The 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. And coming right up, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, they are clearly amped up for this one and determined to have a strong showing from the get-go. They feel this is a game they can win and want to establish that pace early on. And Draymond Green in the lineup, one of the most entertaining, energetic players in the league, Shaq.
When you factor in the impact he's had defensively, Ernie, you really start to see his value. You know, Golden State has a championship, and this guy is a main factor for them having the championship.
I don't think you can find another player at his position that does what he does. You know, very few guys can play 4 positions from the power forward position, and then guard center. So actually, he's playing 5 positions, Ernie. That's right. Every single position on the court, he's able to play.
And with tip-off fast approaching, we send you courtside. Kevin Harlan, he's got the call.
The Oklahoma City Thunder on the road as they take on their Western Conference rival in today's game. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the 4th member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And before we get underway here, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Steve Kerr.
Well, Kevin Durant is back after missing most of 2015 after requiring a 3rd surgery to repair a bone in his foot. He said it was the first time I had to face something being snatched away from me that I loved so much. I just tried to stay positive and feel that if I put the same work ethic in, then things will turn out all right for me. Kevin?
Great to have him healthy and back out on the floor, D.A. Thank you. And when you look at these teams, both very tough on the glass.
Oh, yeah, high effort, high energy. They sharpen their elbows for this one. It's an inside battle.
Yes. And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Oladipo, the athletic backcourt duo. Steven Adams is out there with Ilyasova. And it's Roberson in at the small forward.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Don't forget about him when he's spotting up like that and knocking them down like that. The offense has to keep getting him to run.
Now, here's Thompson. And the wide open shot from Green. His 3-pointers off the mark. On defense, the Warriors. It's a 3-point game. Robertson can't hit.
The defense got super lucky there because he does not miss many of those.
Thompson, left side. No good. Nice D from Oladipo. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Feeds to Westbrook. Pass to Roberson. To the middle, looking for Oladipo. He gets it there.
And as the 2nd overall pick back in 13 out of Indiana, Victor Oladipo, while he's had a solid start to his career, you know, stardom still, I think, is what he aspires to achieve. I mean, he's got the tools from a physical standpoint, but the decision-making and the perimeter shooting, 2 areas that he's got to improve. And then defensively, which was where I thought he would be a game changer, hasn't really excelled as much as I think he's capable of.
Oladipo hits them both. And the Warriors last year had to deal with the unique situation, Chris, where they had essentially two head coaches during their run. Luke Walton filling in wonderfully for Steve Kerr as Steve was recovering from a back injury.
Well, Kevin, think about it. For a lot of teams, that can be a distraction or throw them off their game, but the Warriors marched right along. They had a great record under Walton and played the same basketball when Kerr was able to return to the bench. Only a mature team coming off a title like the Warriors were can handle a strange situation. So
here is Ilyasova after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Oladipo against Green. Oladipo, good. Oladipo's got 7 points.
His in-between game, always a work in progress, but the D still can't just leave him all by himself right there.
Outside Durant, back to Thompson. Releases. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
Oh, just the way Klay catches the ball. If he's already in the shooting motion, you're in trouble.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Shoots from the baseline and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
Oh, they really made a mess of that one. That really should have been an easy basket.
It's Durant on the wing. No good. That would have tied it. The Thunder leading by 3. Ilyasova dishes to Oladipo. Outside Westbrook. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Roberson the pass to Westbrook. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Kevin, what's remarkable to me about Westbrook is that as much as he is used in the offensive game plan, I mean, this is a guy that is the focal point in terms of how they're going to play. That's a tremendous amount of pressure on a player, no matter how talented he is.
Different look here for the Warriors. West is checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. Clark, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Enes Kanter's checked in for Steven Adams. Collison comes in for Ilyasova. Singler, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And it's Payne in for Oladipo. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. And thinking again about Westbrook and his high usage rate, it's incredible, Greg, because he still plays entirely efficient.
It's crazy. I mean, normally the more shots you take, the more your efficiency drops. But Westbrook seems to be free of that. It's a big reason why this team lets Westbrook do so much for them on the offensive end.
Now, you got to love what Sean Livingston gives you as a point guard. He comes in, continues to run the offense, and setting up his teammates. He has a great back-to-the-basket game to get his points on the block as well.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Livingston, he's absolutely deadly when posting up another point guard.
Well, he doesn't take a lot of threes like his comrades, but he does feast when he brings the defender to the post. His huge height for a point guard, well, that just helps him get his shot off on those smooth turnarounds. It also helps him on the defensive end, as he's quick enough to stick with any position 1 through 3, but can use his length to disrupt passes.
Livingston hits both of them. And the Thunder from 2011 to 2014 made the Western Conference Finals twice, as well as the NBA Finals, while still one of the youngest teams in the league. They had, Greg, all the makings of a dynasty.
You felt like they were destined to win a championship and maybe multiple ones. Now you're not so sure. It's a tough business, and being very good often isn't good enough.
And so here is Golden State, following the miss by Kyle Singler from deep. West, that's good. Well, Thunder have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Nice shot by Singler.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Warriors trail by 4. Here is Livingston. Green, the screen. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Thunder have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Now here's Payne. He's covered by Livingston. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
For Oklahoma City, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the first. Green, the screen. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Iguodala kicks to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now here's Payne. He's covered by Livingston. Pass to Cantor. The jump hook. What a play. He simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
He just calmly rolls up and nails that jumper as time expired. Awesome way to end the quarter and head to the bench.
And work ethic, a big part of Steph Curry's success, as he was not a highly regarded 5-star recruit coming out of high school.
There's obviously ways that you can get better as a player from year to year and find different ways to show, what you're capable of, and that's kind of how, my story unfolded from high school to now, is just adding a little bit of piece here, a piece there every single year.
And he's certainly become not only a complete player, but the kind of true star guys that every team is looking to build around.
When he was drafted, Steph was viewed by most scouts as a great shooter. Not a centerpiece, but boy, were they wrong.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, entering the game with a terrific strategy. The guys are working together, feeding off of one another. That's being reflected in the stat sheet and in the score.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. The Stash brothers, Cantor and Adams inside. Westbrook and Oladipo, the athletic backcourt duo. And it's Singler in at the small forward position. Oklahoma City leading by 9. We knew that Clay is one of the most explosive scorers in the game. That much was clear, Chris, when he put up his record-setting 37 points in the quarter.
And attention to all defenders. With Clay, it doesn't matter what you do if he is in that zone. He is tall enough not to be bothered by the hands in his face and can just drill a shot from anywhere. That's why he's a danger to put up 20 or more points in a quarter every time he takes the floor, just like his other splash brother.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
First personal foul, teams first.
For the Thunder, Ilyasova comes in for Cantor, and it's Andre Robertson in for Kyle Singler. The Warriors shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Now, Andre Iguodala, he was my rookie back with Philly. I saw how hard he worked to fulfill his potential. There was a time when Andre Iguodala was the #1 option on an offense. You have to give him credit for accepting a smaller role to be part of something special with this team. He has seen his numbers in scoring dip, but the wins have gone through the roof for him. He relishes the role of being the wingman who is there to complement and help set up others.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Westbrook dishes to Oladipo. He kicks to Ilyasova. Again, the Thunder score. And just about everything regarding Andre Iguodala is about team first.
Well, you can't forget how superb his defense still is, but you are dead on with his team-first attitude. He walks the walk and is respected as a leader because of his unselfish nature. Not many players in the NBA can swallow their pride like he has done.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, some might say that Draymond Green has a big mouth. Klay Thompson said he talks to us, himself, the coach, the other bench. But Andre Iguodala had the cap, fellas. He said if you're having a conversation about potato chips, then he's going to make sure his opinion is heard.
They love that edge he brings, DA. Absolutely. Thanks. And a lot of legends say nowadays, Chris, players don't have that same animosity they once had toward other teams, other players. Why is that? And which camp did you fall in?
Well, I think the world is smaller now. I think when you look at the fact of the internet and the fact that you can now watch your friends that maybe you met at camp in 14 and 15, you can watch them now through the various apps. I think it allows you to stay closer, you know, and allows you to build those relationships. The fact that everybody has a cellular phone now. So I think the world is smaller than it was when I played.
Yeah.
But there are some guys that I really respect and I haven't spoken to until after they've retired or until after I've retired. And so I wasn't in the camp of kissy, huggy, Philly, all that good stuff. If I knew you and I played with you on another team, then I'd always show you love. But you could be my brother, and once the jump ball goes up, if you're on the other team, you know, for these 48 minutes, I don't know you, you know. So the only family I have during those 48 minutes is my mom in the stands cheering for me, my pops, and my 12 teammates and my coaches. I want to see guys fight and claw for it and compete, and not that you can't. It just kind of doesn't throw the impression that you are when you're singing Kumbaya together at halftime during the game, smiling and taking pictures.
That's an excellent point. And so Thompson nails both of them. You played for some legendary coaches, Chris. What do you think is the most important aspect of being a successful coach in college or the NBA today?
Yeah, I don't know if there's one most important, because I think knowledge of the game, I think communicating to your players, I think embracing players, making players better. I think some of the best coaches I've played for have had the smallest of egos, and therefore their guys would run through a wall for them. So I think it takes a lot of different traits to be a great coach in this league, and we've seen some great ones master all the difficult traits in which one needs to have.
Great answer. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, he wasn't blocked out. He stayed with the play. You gotta love the effort.
And the Warriors with some changes. David West, he's checked in for Iguodala. Ian Clark comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And then for Oklahoma City, Nick Collison's checked in for Steven Adams. Morrow comes in for Victor Oladipo. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Now here's Payne looking for his first basket still in this one. And Robertson kicks to Morrow. It's rebounded by Golden State. The wide open look for Durant. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
He just looks more engaged this second quarter. A far cry from his disappointing play in the first period.
Collison, good.
Nice feed and close, right to where his teammate needed it.
Warriors trail by 5. Livingston passes to West. There's a screen. Durant for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Check this out. He didn't have any threes in the first, but he kept shooting, and now he just knocked down his second in a row.
Now Payne. Ilyasova is screen on West. Payne with it. It's blocked, and it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Pachulia. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Thunder. Singler comes in for Andre Robertson. Six to shoot. Payne. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Golden State's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. The drive by Green, and it's all evened up.
You know what, Kevin? He may not be a super athlete, but the quick first step of Draymond is just a wonderful equalizer.
There's a screen by Kanter. Payne kicks to Singler. It's up a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Singler's got 6.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And here is Durant. He's got 9. Pick by West. Lets the 3 fly. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Thunder lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
First half in the books. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome back as we break down all the action. Right out of the gates, it was Oklahoma City setting the tone. Their lead at one point was up to 7, and they had some real nice momentum going. And it was a 9-point lead for them as they finished the first quarter. And into the second quarter, momentum started to shift slightly as they gave up some of that lead, ending the half up 3. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, their playmakers are showing up tonight, seeing the court well, moving the basketball. That's why they had so many assists in the first half. And they're not just relying on ISO plays to generate points.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, they need to turn the heat up on D. Too often we saw them back on their heels, not dictating the pace. They allowed a shooting percentage in the high 50s. Remind me of my free throw percentage, the high 50s. Come on, guys.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Victor Oladipo really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
He's taking his time, not forcing anything, just getting his points within the flow of the offense.
Warriors trail by 3.
And as easy as things were for the Warriors during the regular season as far as injuries go, that wasn't the case in the playoffs. Steph Curry would deal with ankle problems early against the Rockets in their series and sprain his MCL in Game 4. The Warriors would rally, but what a huge blow it is to be without the reigning two-time MVP for a large chunk.
The incredible shooting pair of Curry and Thompson in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Pachulia, and it's Durant in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Thompson outside. Pachulia sets a screen for Thompson. Back to Curry. Knocked loose. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know our old friend Steve Kerr was new to coaching when he took the reins of the Warriors, but he'd mentored under the greats. He said that Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich both had an almost scary amount of presence. As for Steve, he said, "I'm very laid back. I believe in the calm presence of a coach more so than the ranting and raving and screaming and yelling." I guess that's what he says to the referees anyway, guys.
Cool under pressure, but D.A., he's as competitive as they come. Thank you. Green kicks to Durant. That three off the mark. And the Warriors would rally without step as they were able to get past the Rockets easy enough.
Well, the Warriors needed to keep that ship steady with Curry out.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
On its way from Curry for two. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got his second bucket of the game to go. Oladipo dishes to Westbrook. Fades. Westbrook missing again.
Oh, really surprised he clanked that one. He makes those on the regular.
Puts it up from 12. The shot, no good. So the Thunder will take it the other way. Passes it to Ilyasova. Count it.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Curry passes to Green. There's the feed to Thompson. And it's blocked. And Oladipo kicks to Westbrook. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Back to Adams. Just 5 to shoot. The dish to Thompson. Curry kicks to Durant. Ilyasova against Green. Durant for three. Westbrook pulls it in.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Oh, trust me, he's kicking himself for that misfire. He knows he should have hit it after that tremendous pick gave him the necessary space to do so.
Timeout called the Warriors. Every year they'll always put out an NBA survey of who is the toughest to guard. No surprise that Russell Westbrook is almost always at the top of the list in those surveys. He just, Greg, strikes fear in opposing defenders.
And Kevin, it's a result of several factors in terms of why he tops that list. He has the game and the body to punish you for all 4 quarters, and he never lets up in his intensity. And also a knack for putting players who are caught sleeping on posters. It is both physically and mentally draining guarding a guy like Westbrook.
Different look here for the Warriors. West is checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. Ian Clark's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. This is to West. To the paint. Singler passes to Collison. Back to Singler. Morrow kicks to Cantor. Oklahoma City moving it around, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Thunder shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good for Morrow. And Morrow drops them both.
One thing that I don't think Steve Kerr gets enough credit for is the mentality and atmosphere he's created with the Warriors. His teams have been able to stay focused in their pursuit of 73. His team keeps a relaxed vibe among the players, yet they all play hard for him.
And not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
Singler outside. 1:02 left in the third. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Green. Kicks to Livingston. To the right side. Here's West. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And Kerr, with the atmosphere of the Warriors, still knows when he has to get in their face and keep the team, Chris, from getting too lackadaisical. But the team is always on the same page.
Well, a lot of what an NBA coach does isn't so much X's and O's as it is getting everyone to work on the same page, you know, as a unit. Kerr has mastered that with every Warrior giving up either a few touches or some extra dollars to buy into the system and take this team to that elite level.
Here's Livingston after Oklahoma City gets the 3. He dishes it to West. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston.
Oh, and a nice look by Livingston, keeping his eyes up, locates the man.
Payne dishes to Cantor. It's stolen by Livingston. Payne with the block. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Thunder out in front as they end the third quarter on a 15-6 run. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Keep guarding now. We're doing a much better job defensively. We've eliminated second shots, which is great, okay? Keep that going.
Playing solid defense, taking care of the backboard, high priorities for Coach Billy Donovan.
And I think the communication has been terrific here. I mean, the guys came prepared to do whatever it takes tonight, and Coach is making some really good adjustments.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. So the Thunder 5 right now. Westbrook and Oladipo, the athletic backcourt duo. The Stash brothers, Cantor and Adams inside. And it's Singler in at the 3 slot. Well, the numbers say it, Chris. NBA players have on average gotten bigger and bigger over the years. The game requires more movement. There's more movement on the offensive end, certainly, with teams now instituting different styles. Do you think that creates an issue of wear and tear, especially on the bigger players? And if that is the case, how should the league address that?
No, I just think wear and tear is specific to the individual, to the style of play of the individual, to the certain play of the individual. You know, it's not, I don't think you can just make a blanket statement and say it's too many games for everyone to play. Everyone is different. Everyone handles injury different. I think what we need to concentrate more on than the glass being half empty is the fact of what can we do better in the area of rest and recovery? What can medicine, what can science, what tools are out there that guys can rest and recover? Because the fact of the matter is, when it's over, it's over. And you're a young guy, you're playing, you have the energy. You know, I can't remember a playoff game ever being so tired that I couldn't play from wear and tear, because these were the moments that we waited for. So this is the NBA. This is the toughest sport in the world. And part of that is the grind of the 82-game schedule. You know, I really don't see anything wrong with that.
That's a great answer. And the Warriors with some changes. Pachulia, he's checked in for West, and Durant subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Then for the Thunder, Ilyasova, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. And it's Andre Robertson in for Kyle Singler. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Now, here's Curry. Inside, Westbrook with the steal. Puts it up from 12. Another miss by Westbrook. Warriors trail by 11. Durant just inside the line. It's hauled in by Adams. Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Ilyasova, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
At the line for the Thunder, Ersan Ilyasova taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Thompson outside. Outside Durant. The pass to Pachul. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Roberson. That one goes. Count it. And the Thunder lead by 14.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
Outside Durant. Fires the 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
And Oladipo kicks to Westbrook. Screen by Adams. And Robertson has it in the corner. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Golden State's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
Oh, that's the kind of basketball Durant wants to play. Moving the ball, finding the open man. I mean, it makes everything easier offensively.
Westbrook against Curry. Outside Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Adams, the pass to Westbrook. Here's Roberson. And the 3 off target.
Well, you always want to try to get the points back for your team after getting burned on the other end. But that shot, it wasn't a good shot, and it didn't go for it.
Durant, that's good.
How about this run there in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
This is just an incredible effort to cut into this lead and get into a position where they could really steal this win.
Adams wide open and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Not needing his contributions tonight to build a lead, he could start lighting it up at any point now.
It's Curry outside, and another 3 for Golden State.
Come on, the more important the shot, the more confidence Curry seems to have.
Outside Westbrook. Screen by Adams. Westbrook dishes to Oladipo. Adams with the screen on Thompson. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. .109 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And that one's good. Westbrook.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Inside. Then Pachulia with the dunk.
Oh, and fantastic vision. I mean, Thompson quickly locates the open man.
There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. And Oladipo kicks to Westbrook. From deep. And there's Oladipo on the assist by Westbrook.
Wow, what a special performance this guy's putting on from long range.
I mean, absolutely. And the D seems content to let him keep firing from out there. And trust me, he will.
Green, the screen. Curry passes to Thompson. Back to Curry. Fires for three. Nails it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Oh, he's been doing this since back in the day, since back in college. Curry's one of the most clutch performers we have, really in any sport.
Here's Oladipo. Green with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. On defense, the Warriors, and now they decide to foul intentionally. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. That's off his run, so he misses both. And here's Golden State. They're on a 16-7 run. Thompson misses. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for the Thunder, Russell Westbrook. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Now that's killer instinct at the line, helping them pull away a little.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're down by 7. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
You know, I think he's just trying to send his team a message, you know, not willing to give up on this game just yet. Just trying to instill that fight in this group.
No, it's like a Rubik's Cube. I feel like they've tried a lot of different things all night, but just haven't cracked the code yet. It's frustrating for me.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
First team foul.
Shooting 3.
He makes the first of 3, and that trims the lead to 6. The second one drops, and that brings them within 5. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
At the line for the
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And the Warriors making a change here. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Timeout called the Warriors. They're losing by 5. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And a quick bucket and a foul is really the only option at this point.
You're right, Greg, and just as important, they need to talk about who they want to foul. Plenty of things to consider here.
Gotta score quickly.
Because it's no time to waste. You gotta get one here fast.
And that's an intentional foul. Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. Curry dishes to Durant. Stolen by Westbrook. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Russell. Congrats on the win. How are you guys able to stay in front down the stretch?
Just try to be aggressive. We did a good job all game of staying aggressive. Our defense was key towards the end, and we did a good job of closing the game out.
Great effort at both ends, Russell. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. Superb. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook. Let's get your opinion, Kenny.
Russell Westbrook is always on fire, but something tonight put kerosene on it. And the passion and intensity that he plays at, he's never going to be stopped once the fire is burning. What a competitor. An amazing game for him tonight.
That's what I call a road show, guys. By the time he was done breaking those fans' heart, you could have heard a pin dropped in here. Listen, ping. See what I mean? He's a ruthless competitor, and it was a cold-blooded performance.
And that's it for tonight. But we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.